Here she comes. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Dr Lynda Cramer. Nanu. Here I am, 9 a.m. Brisbane time on Sunday morning. Same bat time, same bat channel, right? Okay, so let's get straight in today. Yes, it is free tarot day, and if I scroll my camera down, you can see I've already got some cards pulled for people. I've already got about another 10 over here. I usually set this up about an hour and a half before I go live. So in that hour and a half, you can comment, as you can see with all the comments here. So those people not only get a tarot card, but they also get one of the love dove cards. I call them love doves because it's got a dove and every card starts with the word love. So those who comment first get 2 cards instead of just the 1. Okay, so I'm gone down. I'm up to Kendra. So Kendra, be patient because you're the first one I'm going to be doing live, shuffling my cards for. Okay, so before we get into tarot today, let me just go there with a little bit of fake news that's going around the planet. There are so many haters out there now saying, ha, 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 Donald Trump did not win the Nobel Prize. Well, fact check it, guys, because anyone with half a brain can go on and just Google, when do nominations for the Nobel Prize finish? The nominations must be received by January. So all the work that Trump has done during April, May and June, so it's April to June, all those 3 months, he got nominated for. 4 times he's been nominated. One of them is Israel and one is Pakistan. So those 4 nominations were not accepted in time. So Trump could never win the Nobel Peace Prize this year. So his 4 nominations will now be deferred to next year's because it's up until January when they close. So all the naysayers out there with your Trump derangement syndrome, chill. Start researching stuff instead of being just a little bit on the nutter side and really find out the facts before you make an opinion, okay? So how do we turn this into a spiritual thing? When we sit back and we chill, we don't get emotionally attached to someone or something, especially people we don't even know. If you know Trump personally, you've been to his parties, you hang out with his wife and kids, sure, you can base an opinion on who this guy is. But if you're just basing an opinion on who you see on the media, damn, go and get yourself checked out, please. Because when we get energetically connected to somebody, that means that we are giving our energy freely to these people, and you wonder how they're getting more powerful. So stop doing it, guys. The more we sit back and we chill and we think to ourselves, who is important to us? My daughter is the most important person past me. So I'm the most important person to me. Then it's my daughter, and then it's my cat. So that's where I stop, because people just don't know my personal situation. I mention I've got a daughter and I mention I have a cat, but people don't know who else I need to associate with. So I put my energy to myself, and then I put my energy to my daughter and my cat, Mary. So those 3 people are the most important to me. So I don't care what Trump does. I don't care what Kamala Harris does. I don't care what Albanese does in Australia. I don't care what Starmer does in the UK. I don't care about what Bill Gates or Fauci do. The fact is, the reason why I don't care is because I don't create an energy attached to that emotion. Because we must remember here, emotions are energy. So the more we get angry or the more we get happy, the more we're creating energy that goes out of us like a ripple effect, like a woo vortex, and other beings, trees, cars, furniture, clothing, people. it receives that energy coming out of us like a shockwave, and that is what makes them more stronger. And you wonder why Bill Gates, Fauci, Trump, Starmer is getting all the attention now, because they're getting that emotional attention from all the energy that people are putting out towards them. So stop doing it. The more we think, the more we create. Yeah? So the more we put energy, oh man, that guy, I don't like that guy. How many girls break up with guys and they say, oh, I don't like him anymore? Well, what you're doing is creating an energy swirl that goes out to him, and that makes him stronger. Don't do it, guys. Think about where your energy is going. This is the big thing. This is the big news topic for this week that I want to talk about. So I put my energy into me. And now that we know energy equals emotions, so what sort of emotions do I put into me? I don't want anger. I don't want to be frustrated. I don't want to be jealous, because they're all lowered vibrational emotions. I want to be happy, loved, supportive, caring, compassionate, and loving and forgiving. So the more I think about the emotion that I want to create, I want to be happy. So how do we create happy? I want to create happy. So the first thing is I do what makes me happy. I wear clothes that make me happy. I do my hair the way it makes me feel happy. I do things in my house that make me feel happy. I play 70s rock music all day long in my head. Okay? So the more we create the emotion that we want to be in, and this is where, like, I've been depressed in the past. I've studied this for years through psychology to understand why people stay depressed, because I got out of it. I try, but then it comes back. Like my PTSD triggers, they keep coming back, because we're all just vulnerable humans. We are prone to going down into these vibrational states. But the more we try to get out of that depressive state that some people do get into, the more we do create what we say we want to be. And that's my wish, and it's what I want for all of you watching me. Okay? So don't put your energy into what's happening on the news. The news, I don't trust that doll behind her. I got that doll when I was like 2 years old, okay? She's been with me my whole life, Dolly. Dolly, I love it. Sorry, I just saw your post come up. It's all cool. She does move by herself, okay? And because I'm so connected to Dolly, the more, if I get into like a heightened emotional state, which we're talking about now, so thank you. I'm so grateful I just saw that post. The more that we get vibrational higher, more energized, the more things around me do happen. Things move around in my house, lights turn off, electrics go crazy, and she starts to move. Now, isn't it funny? Everybody likes talking about Dolly, but whoever knows that I've got a white rabbit here? There's my white rabbit, okay? Because I like going down the rabbit hole and finding things out. And that's why we've got to be so careful now with our energy. We have to be so strong and set boundaries with who's getting our energy at this point, guys. We really have to be aware of where our energy's going, okay? So let's get straight into our tarots today. Today is free tarot day. Nanu, I'm here. Let me just have a little drink of water. Okay, so I've already pulled out about 15 or 20 cards, okay, which is great because you guys get your lovey-dovey card as well. Sorry, I was doing two things at once then. I'm looking at the comments. So what happens today? It's all free. hello. If you do want a private reading from me, yes, I do private readings. There is a link below, how to get a private reading by Lynda. All I ask, guys, is a contribution through PayPal. I don't have a set price. Once you've made a contribution, email me. My email is in the link below, okay? Email me and say, hi, this is me. This is what I've just contributed. And please let me know where you live, because I'm in Brisbane, Australia, and I talk to people all over the planet. So if you're in New York, you're presently at about 5 p.m. Saturday night, if I get this right, if daylight saving's still all right. If you're in New York, it's about 7 p.m. Saturday night. If you're like Jim Holland, who lives in the UK, it's now midnight for you guys, Saturday night. So we've got to align time zones, obviously, so we can get to a point where I can talk to you at a suitable time when you're awake, okay? So, yeah, it is really easy to get readings from me. I do have a few this week, but I do have spaces, and I have virtually all week is still free as well. The week after, I'm taking a few days off because I've got a friend coming from Fiji, if anyone knows who that is. My friend from Fiji is coming over. I don't know why she comes here, because I just want to come and live with her. She lives on the beach at Fiji. Anyway, so she's coming over for a few days. So obviously I'm not going to be available while she's while she's staying here. So guys, love yous all. Let's get into our free tarots. And today, all things must pass. First off the rank, number 1. Good morning, Lynda. I hope you're having a beautiful day ahead. Sending love and prayers. Nano, all things must pass. You got yourself the Knight of Wands. Hey, I've got to clarify. I do sit here for about half an hour. I shuffle the cards and do this correctly. Okay? I look up at her and I say, please give me a card for all things must pass. And then when I get the 2 cards for that person, I go to the next one, which is Angie. Please give me a card for Angie. So I do this correctly, guys, okay? Just because you don't see it, that's one reason why I set this up an hour and a half early, so I don't have to do this live. Okay, so all things must pass. You've got the Knight of Wands. And your Love Dove card, because I like showing her little Love Dove card. Love knows there is always enough love to go around. So you can pause the screen there, write down your message, and you can also Google the Knight of Wands to find your own special message there. Okay? So all things must pass. There's your cards. Okay, so now we go over to Angie. Hello. Has the universe already united me with my life partner? Angie, I'm hearing no. No. He's out there. She's out there. I should clarify. Sorry. But your partner is still an unknown. Yes, thank you. I just heard yes when I said unknown. Yes, they're unknown, aren't they? Your life partner is still unknown to you. So when we're looking for a new partner, don't try to be what they are going to be. You be who you are, so you attract somebody who's on your same wavelength and loves you for what you do. So if you like mountain riding, go out mountain riding. If you like abseiling, go and start abseiling courses. If you like pottery, go and sign up for pottery classes. So you meet somebody who's likewise to you, okay? If you've got a dog, start taking them to the dog park, okay? Dog people love other dog people, okay? So Angie, look at this. You got a King of Wands. And your Love Dove card says love tells you how it feels about you. So maybe because of it in context with your comment, your life partner will say something like, oh, wow, I really like that you do that. So please remember these cards. Pause the screen, write them down so you can go and Google what the King of Wands is about. Okay, so that's Angie. Robert Harris. Good morning, Lynda. Sending you love from across the other side of the world. I know you live up that way from me. Okay. Okay, let me just go back. Just outside Bristol. Yes, you're in the UK. Can both Mel and I have cards, please? Oh, okay. Mel will be booking a private reading soon. Yay! Yay! See? Now, guys, there's a testimonial right there. Okay, there's a testimonial right there. I do get a lot of people coming back to me for more readings, okay? So that tells me that I must be okay. So if you do want a private reading from me, the link is below. Okay, so Robert, I've got your cards. We got the Queen of Swords. Oh, now remember, Robert, this one's for you. You got the Queen of Swords. And your Love Dove card says, love would make sure everyone had enough food to eat. So there's yours, Robert. Love would make sure everyone has enough food. Okay, now here is Mel's. Oh, she got the Page of Pentacles. Oh, I love it. This is news coming. Good news coming. I should add, good news is coming for Mel. Love would ask for the directions. So there's Mel's other little card as well. Love would ask for the directions. So please go look both of those up for Mel. Okay. Now we've got to go there. Another comment here from Robert. He says, P.S. I found out why I had that heavy feel in my nose. It was Mel I was picking it up from. She later said that she was having an issue and the bridge needed some healing. Oh, well, I'm glad that that got sorted out, because some people do send me photos, guys, and they say, hey, can you just have a look at me and tell me if there's something going on with me? Because I do see injuries in people, okay? So obviously I do prefer it if people say, hey, here's some dollars through PayPal when you do it, okay? But if you do have a query about health, send me a current photo and I look at it and tell me if you've been diagnosed with anything. That helps, because if someone's been diagnosed with a tummy upset, I can concentrate on the tummy and just see what I see as a medical intuitive, okay? I try and help everybody that I can. So when I had a look at Robert, I knew it wasn't something with him. So it's good to get that confirmation that it was actually his wife. Okay, so let's just move on. James Cole. Good morning, James. Linda, have a good broadcast, my angel. I'm off to the land of Nod. Be good, as always, my angel. And as for your rods, well, what can one say? Now, James, love it when people give me compliments. Thank you so much. And I love it when I identify her. Okay, thank you so much. But if you haven't watched yet, I did just do a dowsing rod video about the 3-eye Atlas comet. It's not a comet. Okay, I got confirmation yesterday this is not a comet. It does have external intelligence sources on it. So what do I mean by external? So if it's a rock, I'll use my mouse, okay? If it's just a rock, like a comet, speeding through space, psh, yes, I need some effects here, don't I? So if this is just a rock coming through, well, comets don't move because they're not in, well, let's go there. The reason why it's called intelligent is because all rock formations which are natural still have a consciousness. So therefore, plants, rocks, your car, because of the oil and the leather inside your car, it does have a conscious intelligence. Plants do, okay? Plants, I've done heaps of experiments with plants where I say, if you can hear me, please move, and leaves will move. So try this yourself, right? So when I said external intelligence, it means that there's something on the rock, which means like Mark from Mark. Hang on, we're going to do it.
I am Mark from Mark.
He's on the rock, okay? Jettisoning through space. Meow. Oh, come on, you've got to laugh at my graphics, okay? But So I said, is it an external intelligence force? And the answer was yes. So it was an interesting read yesterday. Now I've just dropped some cards. I've just got to pick these up. Oh my goodness. Yes. So these are James Cole's cards. Yeah, it was just the one. Yeah, good. Yeah, James Cole. Okay. Yeah. So he's off to bed, but I've still got his cards because he'll probably watch it tomorrow. But as for you, the rods did give some interesting answers yesterday. So if you haven't watched it yet, it's on my channel. Okay. Click name, go into my latest videos. It's right there. Okay. Yeah. This 3-eye atlas. Weird. Something's crazy going on. But I'm not going to put my own opinions into it because, hello, there's so many people out there saying stuff. It can't all be true, okay? I prefer to go to the rods or my tarot cards and get my answers there. So for James Cole, you got the Knight of Swords. Please go research what that one means. And love cries openly at sad movies. Okay. So there's his card. So now we go over to Little Wave. Little Wave, I've got you a card. Okay. Little Wave, okay. Little Wave, got the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, and love would be thoughtful and caring. Okay. Love would be thoughtful and caring. I love that card. We could all use a big dose of that these days, can't we? Now, funny thing, I don't trust any politicians. I really do not have affiliations to any side because I try not to take sides because I don't compete. And I hope you listen to what I just said there. I don't compete with people, okay? So, Pauline Hanson did this video. Now, she's One Nation here in Australia. She's an independent politician. So she's come out yesterday talking about the green bags that we get at Woolworths, the paper bags, and they break really easy. Woolworths they've been sued for price gouging during COVID, where they put all their prices up deliberately to make themselves more profit. They just posted over $1 billion profit. Now, in America, that just says, oh, yeah, everybody does that. But in America, you guys have got over 500 million people. Here in Australia, we only have 27, if you listen to the statistics, okay, because they do change, because I found it out. But with a population of only about 27 million, to post $1 billion profit is quite significant. So there are lawyers out there now doing price gouging lawsuits, okay? Class action lawsuits. So the thing was, Pauline Hanson came on and did this. We've got to get rid of these bags. Why don't they just let us have free bags? They're making such a big profit. So I thought about it last night when I saw this video, and I thought there's more to this than meets the eye, because she's also come out now with a ban the burqa campaign. She wants to ban the burqa. Now, a lot of people out there do trust Pauline Hanson, okay? They think that she's really good, just like a lot of people thought Donald Trump was. But then when they get into office, they start doing all the same agenda stuff. If you're following, yes, you know. There's someone that just said, yes, we've noticed that. They've reneged on their policies. So when we look at ban the burqas, what could this really be about? And it came to me last night because they want this retina scan facial recognition in place. And that stuff won't work if people are walking around in burqas. So is this why now some of these like independent rogue politicians now coming out saying, oh, we've got to ban the burqa, we've got to stop doing this, we've got to stop doing that? Is this all the conditioning of the puppets, the ones that really run the governments, right? Is this more further conditioning It's only an assumption. I'm asking an opinion here. Something to think about, okay? Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't like walking down the street. Someone's got the burqa on because you don't know who they are. You don't know what their intention is because you can't see their face, right? And usually they don't even talk to you. So they're pretty standoffish. But so there's my personal view on this. But at the end of the day, if they're doing this just so we all sign up for this digital ID and facial recognition stuff, yeah, I know. It is like that. Okay. Colin M says, hello. Colin, I've got your card. Okay. Yeah, it's weird what's going on, isn't it? Who do we trust? Ultimately, I only trust one person, and that's me. Actually, I trust two people. My cat. My cat is who I trust. The look on her eyes, because she doesn't know how to judge. Well, I've got to take that back. Cats judge really good. They're really good at judging. But her emotions are all over her face. She's got no hidden agenda. When she's hungry, she lets me know. When she's tired, oh man, does she get irate with me when she's tired and wants to go to bed. She waits at my door because she wants me to go to bed with her. She's a crazy cat. She can't just walk into my bed at night and just go to bed. She'll wait for me and she sits at my feet and she'll start chewing on my feet. And she looks at me with those big, watery, tired eyes on. Time to go to bed, Mum. Turn off the lights, shut off the TV. I'm ready for bed. So I trust my cat impeccably. But I don't trust any politician. I don't take sides, guys. So please stick your agendas to the back burner if you think that I take sides here, if I like Kamala Harris or Trump or whoever's coming up in the Democrat Party. Okay. Do I trust Pauline Hanson? No, because there's some things that she's coming out with as well that I'm just really not liking at this point. Okay. So please know that we've got to use and be careful for everybody. Okay. Colin M. Hello all. Well, Colin, you got the 8 of Pentacles. And love plays games and happy music with friends. So keep it together. Come on, let's do it together. For Brian Ferry music. Sorry if you're before 1970 because you wouldn't know that song, Brian Ferry. There you go, Colin M. You got your cards. So now let's go over to James Holland. Greetings, everyone. Thanks for my cards. Yes, I sent them over to you, but I've got them here. James Holland got the 2 of Cups, and love would make time for playful adventures. So Jim lives in the UK, where it's going up the fan. It's all hitting the fan in the UK at this point. So I won't hold that up for very long because I've already texted those over to Jim because he's on my Facebook Messenger. Okay, so let's go to the next one. We now have Josie Science. It's a very, 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 very early, late evening. I can see the sun still fine, more or less. This is Saturday, haha. It's still summery. Well, I'll tell you what's happening here. We've just come out of winter, and now it's getting extremely hot through the day. It's about mid-90s. But that's still not really hot for Australia because we do get up to 120 for a few weeks. But we're due to have major thunderstorms this evening and tomorrow. So this is welcome to Australia weather coming back in force now that winter's finished. So Josie Science, thank you so much for letting me know what you've got. And here is your card, Josie Science. You got the Hierophant. Oh, this is a person who takes control, Josie. This is a person who stands up for what they believe in. Are you listening? Because this is relevant to you, okay? And your Love Dove card says, oops, itchy nose, love protects the young from harm. So this is wisdom. This is wisdom that goes with the Hierophant card. Okay, how can you protect the young from harm unless you already know what's right and wrong? So it's the wisdom cards that you got, Josie Science. There you go. Okay, so let's keep moving along. Julie Youngren. Julie Youngren, hi. Hi all. Hello, Linda. Dear, may I please have a card and a lovey-dovey card? Big hugs and much love, and thanks in advance, Julie. I love you. Okay, Julie, you go King of Pentacles. And your love dove card says, love would think positive thoughts. So there you go, Julie Youngren. There's your cards for the day. Yay! Love it. Okay, little wave. Hi, Linda. I will be able to make it after all. I wasn't going to ask for one, but may I please have a card on overcoming my obstacles to starting and having a successful practice in the near future. Little wave with about 5 messages that are redacted. I love it. Little wave, you got the 6 of Pentacles. Now, isn't this a good sign how many pentacles are coming out today? Okay, if you want, guys, go and research what the pentacles means, because we've had a lot of pentacles coming out today again. Okay, love has no need to fabricate stories or tell lies. I love this one, little wave. So there's your cards for the day, little wave. Wishing you all good things and everything going well for you and all here. Yay, I find you so brave, Linda, is what she says. Wow. You know, on that topic, let me just wipe my eye. Isn't that funny that I'm wiping my eyes? I think the reason why I now stand up, and I am brave with what I say, because I just don't care about the consequences of it now. And that's scary, because I've been through so much CRAP in my life. You know, I've had 3 relationships. I was married to 2 of them. One of those killed me. And the first one was, okay, let's just go there. My first husband was a major drug dealer, and he used to hurt me a lot, physically and mentally. I would go to work covered in bruises every single day from my first husband. So it was documented, okay? So I can talk about this. My second husband ended up killing me because I know the mistakes I made with him, and it was expecting him to treat me the way I wanted to treat him. He had a lot of issues, that guy in America, and he didn't want to accept what he was doing. So when I was pointing things out and I was saying, hey, why are you acting like that for? Have you ever thought about, learning different ways of approaching things? He got really offended. He was really offended all the time. He had a big grudge, a lot of mummy issues, which I brought out into the open because I speak my truth. So he punched me across my head about 3 nights before I died. And I do have a permanent eye injury because I did get a concussion. I was knocked out for about 15 minutes. And I remember him walking into the bedroom when I woke up. He walked into the bedroom and he looked back and he said, you deserve that. So that's what I went through. I don't like talking about it because it may trigger other people who have been through similar. And if you do find that what I just said does trigger you, please go seek professional help. Okay, I'm not a medical doctor. I've got a PhD, which makes me a doctor. So I got through that well of hurt, pain, and trauma, knowing and trusting that I deserved better. So when we go into depressed states, which I mentioned earlier, and when we start getting offended by what other people do, it shows that we don't trust ourselves. We rely on what other people think. So when people get offended by, let's just pick out anything. I'm just going to say pink trees, okay? So we're not basing it on anybody, okay? Pink trees, because trees are usually green, right? So let's make pink trees, which I know that there are, but no discrimination to them. But if you get offended because a tree is pink, that means that you're the one with the issue, okay? Because you can't accept what other people think, because you rely on what they think so much. You can't think for yourself. You need somebody else to tell you what to think. So this is why now we're getting so many people who are getting so offended, so jealous, grudge-filled, anger types, because they want so much to fit in that they have to change their sex, they have to change their color of their hair, they have to get different, let's go there, contact lenses, coloured contact lenses, hair dyes, long fingers, nail extensions, hair extensions, eyelash extensions, Botox, lip fillers, boob jobs, penis extensions, and all these other things, because they can't accept who they are, because they feel that other people will judge them for who they are if they didn't have all this stuff done. It is the highest form of mental health problems. The more work that people have to do on the outside, the less work they've done on their inside. And that's the difference between me and these people out there now. I have gone to the center of my soul, and I've been through that well of trauma, pain, death, where I can now come out of that ocean of grief, and I can look in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you, Lynda. I accept everything you've been through. I know your hardships, your pain, the discrimination, the harassment, the bullying that you've received from other people. But to stand here and say, I don't give a heck about what they think about me, because it doesn't matter. I wish I could grab every single one of these young kids now, changing their sex, changing their hairstyle, going out and doing all the ear piercings, and just say, you are gorgeous the way you are. Why do you need to feel that you need to change? Because they do feel they need to change, because they don't feel worthy enough with who they were. It's mental health problems 101. It's so sad. Wow. So there you go, little wave. Thank you so much for saying that I'm brave. I don't think I'm brave. It's just because I have finally, repeatedly, over and over again, seeing and being first-hand experience of how people treat us, that now coming up to 60 years of old, I can actually say, wow, this isn't me. It's all on them, because they haven't gone into their soul and done that inner work. They don't want to, because it's so hard for them. They don't want to face what they're doing. I can tell you right now, my ex-husband in America, he doesn't want to go in, and he had a degree in psychology. Why do you think he got a degree in psychology? Because he wanted to work out why he had it, but then he didn't put it into practice because he didn't want to accept what he was learning about himself. So that brought on all the grudges. And that's what we're seeing now a lot with people. It's so unfortunate, guys. But you know what? We don't create the same energy as what they're doing. We send them love. We send them healing. We send them so much self-worth to make them feel that they are valid in a time of 8 billion people. How do we feel unique and different? Individual. So of course they're going to go out and dye their hair red, green and blue. Of course they're going to get piercings. Of course they're going to wear clothes that you look at and go, oh my gosh. Because they're not doing the inner work to find out that they're unique, special and loved. It's so unfortunate. The whole schooling curriculum needs to be thrown out the door. So from day one, when you start school, when you're only like 3, 4 or 5 years old, the first thing the teacher says to you is, today we're going to teach you how to love yourself. Meditation classes, so we don't get stressed. growing our own food so we don't rely on pharmaceuticals. Oh, do you think that'll ever happen? Let's keep going with some cards, because here's Deb's only. Hi, Linda and fellow subscribers. Any messages today for this week? Got your cards. You got the Four of Cups. I just want to make sure, because I do talk a lot. Just let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I've still got 8 cards. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I'm on track. Okay, I'm on track because Kendra was where I first had to shuffle. Okay, Debs, this is your card, darling girl. 4 of Cups. And love, trust that all will work out for the best in the end. There's your cards for today. Debs only. Okay. Okay. Now, here we go. Magnets Millions. Good evening. Hope you're well. How will new guy Khan feel about me after our date? Well, Magnets Millions. I never read for anyone else without their consent. Before I pulled out a card for Robert Harris's wife, because I've spoken to her and I know she gives me consent. So Khan has not given me consent. Imagine if he was here and he could be Moosey Tyler, AD28, or any other handle on YouTube. He's watching today, and if I give you all this, oh yes, he really loves you or whatever, how do you think he's going to feel when I tell you that? He's going to be absolutely flabbergasted with me. So I don't do it. If you want to do a private reading where we can set up a Zoom call, my link is below, and all you got to do is just make a contribution through PayPal. Okay? But I have got your cards, and these are relating to you. And here it is, Self-Doubt City, the Devil card. The reason why you want to know now how this guy's going to feel about you after the date is because you've got self-doubt, and that's what the devil brings in. He gives you all those reasons why you shouldn't do things, okay? So please ensure when you go on this date, wear your nicest clothes that you feel comfortable in. Do your hair the way you love to do your hair. Wear your favorite shoes. Carry something with you that you love so you feel comfortable and you feel natural when you talk to this guy, okay? Calm. Or is it a girl? Oh, it says new guy, calm, okay? Make a list of questions that you want to ask them. And you know what? I've even done it when I've met people for the first time. I've made a list. And I say, I'm really nervous to meet you today. Do you mind if I ask some questions? I've written them down because I know I get nervous. And they think, wow, good. That makes me know that she wants to know stuff about me. Okay? So make a list. Where'd you go to school? What's your favourite colour? What's your favourite hobby? How often do you do it? Can I come too? See? So I got your cards. You got the devil card, self-doubt. Okay? He's the one telling you don't do things. So knock him out for a 6. Say, nick off with the self-doubt. Okay? I'm doing things my way. Okay? Love would open doors for others. So here it goes. Show your generosity to this guy. You know, why do we expect guys to open the doors for us? Chivalry can be both sides. If you're working in there and you expect him to pay, well, why? How about you taking enough money to pay for both meals and say, well, you know what? We don't have to, always do it the way that society reckons it should be done. Let him know who you truly are. Okay? Yeah. It'll all come good for you. Okay, Moosey Tyler. Hello, Linda. It's Jenny Alpaca, hairdresser from London. Alpaca? Come on, I love showing my photos, guys. You know, stand by. I've got to show something. Oh my gosh, alpacas. I love alpacas. Well, this is about 6 years ago, but look, there's me with an alpaca. Oh my God. Jenny Alpaca, hairdresser from London. Hello. Sending love from the UK. Can I please have a card for you? Oh, look at the alpacas. You know, I was helping this guy called David. We weren't going out. We weren't dating, okay? His name was David. And I only say that because there's like 3,000 million Davids that I know. So anyway, we had this fair near my house one day, and he was lonely, and he rang me up and said, oh, I feel really lonely today. And I said, well, look, I'm going to this place. Do you want to turn up with me? So it wasn't a date, okay, it was just to get out of the house, companionship for the day. He came along with me, and we found the alpaca. And just after he took that photo of me with the alpaca, that alpaca spat all over David. And I started laughing really hard. And David got really upset and offended because I was laughing at his misfortune. And I said, oh, grow a pair, mate, you know, have some fun in life. Alpacas bloody spit and spew all over people. So I give this alpaca a big hug, and guess what it does to me? All over my red shirt, splat. I'm covered in grass this time. It was like it got rid of just the snot for him, and it gave me the contents of its stomach. I was doused in about a litre of saliva grass. I was flooded with it. And I just looked at David and I started cracking it up, laughing my head off. And then he looked at me and he said, aren't you upset? And I said, why would I be upset? This animal is doing what it does naturally. He couldn't get it. He couldn't get it. Laugh at the stuff that life throws us is what it's all about. And that's what I'm hearing for you right now, Jenny Alpaca, hairdresser from London. Okay, Moosey Tyler. You've got to remember, laugh at what's happening in the UK now. Don't put your energy towards Dharma or all these riots going on, okay? Oh, stay true to you, because I can see one thing. As a hairdresser, lots of work is coming, and that's identified in your cup. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, Missy Tyler. Love goes swimming when it gets hot. Oh, my goodness. Look after yourself over there, Missy Tyler. Okay. Wow. Okay. So now we go over to AD28. Hello. Good morning. AD28, please have a card. Yes, I'm just going to get through some here, guys, because I know I've got so many comments to go. Okay. Nine of Cups for you. And love would plant a garden of flowers. Flower, flower for you. AD28. So please go research what those cards mean for you. Okay, Abacus 30. Hello! I know who you are. Hi, Dr. Lynda. It's so nice to see you again. May I please have a card? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Abacus 30. There you go. The 10 of Swords is your card. And love likes kittens and all baby animals. So again, I'm getting the word of the day today is wisdom. Learning the difference in what's going on out there, guys. Okay. And I've still got 4 to go, and then we're up to Debbie Onley. Okay. So let's just get through these ones. Carol Morris, I could really use a card. Thank you, and hope you're well. Carol, always look on the bright side of life. Doo-doo. Okay. It's getting tough. And as I said last week, we're only about halfway up this roller coaster. Things are coming into view now as we get higher and higher up this roller coaster. People are waking up. And that's why we've got to be so protective of our own integrity here. Okay? Stay true to who you are, because you got the Emperor card. Wow. Carol Morris. Emperor card is such a strong card. You're stronger than you think you are, darling girl. Love has courage in the face of adversity. Wow. There you go. Courage. And you've got the Emperor. So you are stronger than you think you are. Okay. All right. Let's go down. Joko Paranormal. Hi, Lynda. I love your extra little videos this week. Yeah, I know. I've got to train. I want to get at least 2 or 3 videos out a week. But the last few months have been extremely hard for me, guys. You know, I've been struggling with so many deaths and funerals and stuff going on. Okay, I've been absolutely going down into the center of my core and working out who I want to be, where I'm going. So my book, the Higher Self Meditation Handbook, is nearly finished. I want it out in about the next week or 2. So it's virtually at the point now where I've just got to proofread it and format it. Yay! Stick it on Lulu so that I can announce it where people can go and buy it. I believe it's actually going to be good for us because it reminds us of how to connect to our higher self and to stay connected with our higher self. Okay? So, Josie Paranormal, you got the 8 of Swords. And love would do small acts of kindness. There you go. Yeah. Okay, Barbara Byers. Thank you so much for being here, Barbara. Good morning, Lynda and Mary. Love you for mentioning my cat. I'll be grateful for a card draw, please. Cheers from Christchurch, New Zealand. Oh my God, Barbara, you got the Tower. Now, remember, when we get the Tower card, this is telling us to have integrity. Be honest and transparent. So cracks don't come into what you're talking about. Okay? If you talk from your truth, you are stronger than someone built on lies, because that's when your tower starts crumbling apart. So don't over-exaggerate stuff that's going on in your life. Be transparent, honest, and keep your integrity intact. Okay? So there you go, Barbara. You got the Tower card. And your Love Dove card says, love would take care of a friend in need. Okay. So there you go. You can go and have a look at both of those, Barbara. Okay. Laura snapped. My last one with the lovey-dovey card. Love believes in fairness and justice. And Laura snapped. Your card is the Page of Swords. Ugh. Don't like swords. But Page is news coming. Okay? The page represents news. I'm just trying to get rid of I've got that round light. See the ring light? So the Page of Swords and your Love Dove card as well. There, Laura snapped. Love believes in fairness and justice. Alrighty. All right, so let's just go. I want to go back up and find, oh my goodness, so many new comments. Here we go. Laura, okay. Kendra, alrighty. You're the first one that I've got to shuffle for today, Kendra. Okay. Just bear with me for a moment because I haven't touched my cards now in about an hour, so I just want to connect again. Alrighty, so Kendra, good morning. Lynda, I was just sitting in my recliner debating about getting back up and cleaning, and then I saw what time it was. It's live time. I can't miss that. Nanu, she says. At least 20 people commented. Let me see those likes. If you do like me today, please press the like button. Share me with your friends so they can come on and get a free tarot card. And also go back and look at all my other videos. I've got over 600 videos that are all valid now. I've got playlists set up, one for all my heaven information. If you've got an infatuation about heaven, near-death experiences, life after death, I've got so many videos there. Why are there chairs in heaven? How does our life review work? Do I see my loved pets again? So I've got heaps of videos there. I've got one there about all my ghost stories. Woo! Okay, not scary. I just try to educate people about ghosts, what they are. Personal development playlist. I've got it all there in my playlist, okay? So you're welcome to go watch it. Kendra, little message for you this morning, darling. As usual, keep going. And I think that's why I just mentioned that I want to get more videos out this week, because I'm getting the message, keep going. So, of course, that's going to reflect on me as well, because you're a lovely girl and we're both on the same energy field. Oh, have you got a good card coming for you, Kendra? It is the Queen of Swords. Now, because you didn't get your Love Dove card, I want to look this one up for you in my Easy Tarot Handbook. So it's the Queen of Swords. So this is for Kendra. Oops, Queen of Swords. Let's have a look at what my book says about the Queen of Swords. Okay. She's a woman on her own who knows suffering and loss. This is not always the case, and personality traits are best indicated. Inner strength is probably a good description here, and this may have been gained through the experience of personal suffering, so there is perhaps an element of the traditional meaning still relevant. Wow. So this is a woman. So, of course, it's you, Kendra. This is you being resilient. This is you being strong in hard times, standing to your truth and doing what makes you happy. I love seeing your videos where I saw the one the other day with the creek, the water. I love when I watch your videos online. So please know how important it is that you keep doing this, because you are the swords, which is standing up in the strength. And it's a queen. We've got to refer to the queen as well. Princesses, they don't have much to do. Look at Princess Fiona. La da 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 da. They don't have to do anything. But the queen is the one who takes charge. She's the one to make the decisions. So this is where I want you to really look after yourself, darling girl, and be that strong, soul-searching warrior that I know that you are. And I hope that means a lot for you this week, darling, because I observe you, others are watching you, and we know what inner strength you have the capacity of being. Okay, so start trusting who you are, Kendra. Okay, so let's move along. Amanda Sprague says, hi. Let's get you a card. Oh, that's it. It just popped out. It's that one. So you got the 8 of Wands for Amanda Sprague. Memike, Mamike, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry, but I got your card. I got you a card. It fell on the floor. Okay. You got the 8 of Wands. 8028. Did I give you a card earlier? Okay, I'm going to give you another one, just in case I didn't. Oops, there it goes. Wouldn't just pop that. Page of Wands. Good news coming. 8028. And Mamiki says, time waits for no one. Yeah, 8028 says 100%. James Holland, my depression is being cured by focusing on achieving, moving home and making money to do so. It's been a good week. Good on you, darling. 8028, love you, you beautiful soul. Kendra B, James Holland, very proud of, oh, good. I love it when people talk to other people on here. Now, Mamiki, I've just done my rods video for yesterday about the Atlas Comet. Please go watch that one. Okay, I've already pulled the card. I spoke to my rods yesterday. They're here. My dowsing rods. Okay. Yep. So that's there online. You can go watch it. Okay. So 8028, you go beyond just helping people. Your soul shines so bright. I need glasses. I love it. Thank you for that one. Christine, I'm in the UK and it's just past midnight. Yay, Christine. Here comes a card for you. Oh, gosh, it fell on the floor again. Which one is it? That one over there. That's the one. Oh, Christine. When the cards fell, one fell on its side and I had 3 together, but I knew it was this one. Guess what you got? You got the World card. Christine, anything you want, you can have it. Think Roy Orbison this week. Anything you think about, you can manifest it this week. Wow, how good is that? James Holland says, thank you, Kendra. God bless. Someone said to me the other day, they said, I'm not an overly religious person, but for some reason lately I've been saying God bless a lot. Isn't it funny because James Holland just said it too? What is this energy that we're creating, like a God energy? Isn't it great? I'm not overly religious. I'm more spiritual. But I say bless you. I say God bless. And I talk to Jesus a lot. But then that's just my upbringing being a Christian. Do I believe in Allah? I have a lot of opinions on who Allah is. Honest to God. But I don't like offending those who believe in him as a loving being. So I've got to be careful about what I say there, okay? But I don't judge. I try not to hold any animosity towards anybody, okay? So let's keep moving. True says, hello, Dr. Lynda. So good to see you again. Your positivity is very contagious, as always. May I have a card? Thank you so much, Dr. Lynda. Yes, you got the Seven of Swords. Please go research what the Seven of Swords means. True. Mamiki says, that's the doll talking, don't listen. James Holland talking to Robert Harris. I live in Swindon, so we're most likely the closest to each other. Yeah. And now we have some Salman here, 92. I always get your name wrong. I'm so sorry. How's everybody doing? Could I have a card, please? Thank you. Yes, you can. And you got the King of Pentacles. Heaps of pentacles are coming out today. Yay, I love it. Yay. So let's keep going down the list. Caitlin. Hi, Lynda. May I have a card? Yes, you can, Caitlin. La, da, 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 da. Oh, my goodness. That wasn't it. It didn't flick out. Okay. Oh, gosh. La, da, da. That's it. That was the one that popped out. Oh, Temperance for Caitlin L. Please go research what that one means for you, my darling. The Temperance card. 14 in the Major Arcana. Love it. Okay. Marissa Dummel says, gosh darn, YouTube didn't notify me. I'm late today. Hope you're doing well, Dr. Lynda. May I please have a card for the week? Hoping to keep up the good energy from the Emperor last week. Yay! Whoops, got a card. Oh, this time you're the Queen of Swords. We've already had her pulled out today, so obviously a lot of us are still in that energy of the Queen of Swords. I think that was the one I just got for Kendra, to tell you the truth. Yeah, so I know what you're going through, Marissa. Thank you so much. You know, we're all troopers, but you're a super trooper for being where you are and what you're doing. Just remember, I observe and I keep a note. My brain is a sieve, but I do recall quite a lot and I know what's going on. So please know how much I appreciate you. Okay. Robert Harris, thank you from both of us. Michelle, what did Trump not do what he said he would? Okay. There is something that is bugging me about what Trump said. Let's go there because I know it's a risky topic, so I've got to be careful how I say it. What did Trump not do that he said he would? Michelle, Trump said that he was going to stop all the vaccines. He has. However, he has just announced that mRNA will be used under his consent and his executive orders in other manufactured drugs. That's scary that he's done that. So he's pulled back on the COVID shots, but he's still allowing mRNA to be produced, which he did say he was going to get rid of about 6 months ago. So he's under pressure. I know he's under pressure from the people above him. Okay? That's what concerns me. I want health and happiness and love for everybody. True. So there you go. Okay? Go research it. It is out there because I wouldn't say it unless I've researched it. So Trump, Michelle, you got the 7 of Cups. There's a card for you. Don't do any chip or anything of the sort. Oh, I know. Everybody was saying that the shots were the mark of the beast, and now that they're saying the chips are the mark of the beast. Doesn't matter either way because they've both got stuff in there that's intelligent, and it is the artificial intelligence that's the mark of the beast. The beast will be the artificial intelligence. So they stick it in things to mark us with it. It was in the jabs, and now it's in the chips, and now it's in other things that we're getting as well, like food additives. One of the things I really don't like is appeal. That's my personal opinion. APEEL. It's on our fruit. So our fruit, I've got apple. Sorry again, it wasn't apples, it was tomatoes. I bought tomatoes and I ate about 3, and I didn't eat the others for about 4 or 5 days. And I thought, these guys should be off by now because tomatoes start to shrivel. I kept them in my fridge for 2 months, and they still looked as good as the day I bought them. I wasn't going to eat them, but then I thought, what did I eat? It's like they're artificial. So they've got a peel on them, which is Bill Gates' preservation. Chemicals is what it is. And then the other one that I am aware of that I really try to avoid is Bovaer. Bovaer. They stick it in food additives for livestock. Sheep, cows, whatever else we eat. Pigs. I don't think it's in pigs. I think it's just in cows at this point. So it's meat. So there's a lot of people now not eating meat because of the Bovaer. Okay? And there's also something now that also putting in milk. I don't like it. Leave my food alone is how I feel. Why do you think I just want to live in the country on 200 acres and I grow my own food? I would love it. Who wants to join me? Okay. True says, may I also ask, when you do a reading, would you be able to see people's past life, especially past life karma, related to our purpose in this current life? Thank you again. Well, I used to do past life experiences down at my old house, okay? But I take past life regression extremely seriously. I've had it done on me, and it can be very traumatic when we see our own death in other past lives. I've heard of people having heart attacks. I've heard of people going into psychosis. So I take it extremely serious. And if you go to somebody for a past life regression and they just sit you down and say, oh, yeah, we can do this, get your money back and walk out. When I went over to Remy, his name was Remy at Indrapilli, he made me sign 6 pages of medical releases. So if I died in his chair, he wasn't responsible. That, to me, is somebody I will go back to. And I have. I've gone back to him. I've had my past life regressions a few times. Okay? I also believe, contrary to what's out there, we do a life review where we end all karmic ties to that life. That's the life review. So therefore, when we incarnate into this body, how can we have karma from a previous life if we have already healed it and gone through our life review? Unless we don't go through that life review. Do we all go through a life review? You don't know, I don't know. Okay? So that could be where we get that loophole where people do have karma from a past life. But if people do their life review, which is most of the time, we resolve all our past issues. We resolve our karma so we don't bring it into the next. We are a clean slate in the next life. I hope that clarifies to you true. Okay. Yeah, Michelle, you brought Trump up. It's okay, Michelle. I love talking. Yeah, as you know, I don't hold back, okay? Julie Youngren says, thank you. Little wave, thanks so much, Linda. I meant to delete previous messages. Kendra, I think the young people that want to change their sex remember being the opposite sex in previous lives. Well, I had a guy, when I used to do past life regressions, I had a guy, he was a pigeon during World War II. He was a carrier pigeon from France to London. And when I said to him, "Where are you?" he said, "I'm flying over water." And he said, "I've got a sore leg because I've got this thing on my leg." And I said, "Tell me what it looks like." And it was a message. And then he flew into this window near Dover because he could see all the white cliffs of Dover. And as anyone that knows Dover, there are caverns built into the cliff faces where during World War II they had all their arsenals, etc., in case of attacks from the rest of Europe. So, and this goes back even to Queen Elizabeth I times. So they used all these caverns, and this pigeon flies in through one of these windows and he gets put into a cage. He says, "I'm in a cage. I'm in a cage. I can't believe it. I'm in a cage." So we don't just have past lives where we're just humans. Oh. Wow. Interesting, isn't it? What we go through. Okay, let me just get my cards back on deck. Okay. Yeah, they may not remember their previous life, but they associate to the gender what they were. Yeah. Now, I've had past life regression, and I do like talking about what I saw. In one of my past lives, I was top end of Europe. So I'm up around Denmark, Sweden type. And I'm talking in like because it's like the Russians with their how they pronounce their R's, etc. I was royal, but I wasn't connected to the king. I was way, way down the line. And I married this guy, and obviously like the king's younger brother. So I'm no way never going to get queen myself. But I'm doing potions with this priest, and I get caught. So they stick me in this cell with a red chair. Ha, ha, ha. So I could still have an audience with my commoners. The people would come and see me in prison, and they couldn't execute me as a witch or a heretic, because I was the people love me. So red, I have red everywhere. Red flowers, red computer, I've got a red car. I've got a lot of red around me all the time. As you can see, I bought these tarot cards because they've got red on them. Okay. But I have a lot of red around me. So it does confirm that I was in this holding cell for like 15 years before I died, where I was in this red chair. So I associate it to still being able to help people. So of course we do remember our past lives, but do we bring the karma and the trauma of past lives into this life? I don't believe so. I really don't, because we pass through that life review, unless we don't. That's the only thing I can think about it. Okay. Yeah, that's just my belief. I don't know if that's a real reason. Well, none of us do, Kendra, and that's why I love your opinion. You know, I'm never going to say our opinions aren't real, right? Yeah. I'll probably be emailing you for another reading soon. Oh, look, see, there's why I don't need testimonials, people. Okay. Heading out to Arizona. I need to know if any surprises might pop up on the trip. Love to talk to you, Kendra. Let me know your availability. Okay. Laughter is the best medicine. When we laugh, it raises our vibration to a really high level. That's why happy people laugh a lot, live a long life. Absolutely, Kendra. I love the way you said that. AD28 says, thank you, beautiful. Kendra says, thank you for the card. It was perfect. I hope you have a great week. Nano, back to you. Sending light and love. Robert Harris, message deducted. Yeah, Robert Harris is only about 40 minutes away from Jim Holland. That's a bit scary. Don't know if you two want to become friends or not, but anyway, it's up to you two. Marissa Dummel, I think so. Thank you for the card. Thank you so much for that. The week down in Mercy, so I really, really appreciate it. Marissa Double, yes, I can't have a peel because of the soy allergy, which is on most produce. It needs to go. Sophia, hello. May I have a card? Yes, you can, Sophia. Oh, my goodness. I love you all so much. You know, I only share information to bring in some sort of awareness so we can try our best to live happily and long, happy, healthy, loving lives. Yes? I want the best for everybody. I don't judge if you're black, white, red, pink, blue, or black, or green. Green's the aliens, nano. But I don't care because I put my energy into love. Of course, I worry about people, and I do care when things happen to us. But I don't care what you live like because it's your will, it's your free will, it's your decision. And I just hope that you do it to the best of your capacity and you make yourself happy by doing it. So, Sophia, you got the King of Swords. Man, the King and the Queen of Swords have come out a few times today. We are strong, loving people. Okay, please go research what that one means for you, please, Sophia. Okay, Hammer Bammers. Hey! Straight back at you, Hammer Bammers. Love your name. You know, every time I see your name, I think of that happy hippo. You know, where you got the little hammer and all the little hippos come up through the hole and you got to punch the hippos as they come up through the holes. Hammer Bammers. Hammer Bammer time. Batter up. Oh, I love it. Yes. Okay. Alrighty. Oops, there it goes. We got it. It came out. Look, it is there. It just spat out. Knight of Wands. Hammer Bammers. Please go research this card and see what you come up with as your own little special message there. Hammer Bammers. Okay. So, Star Love, please, a card. Should we travel overseas next year? Now, why am I hearing no? What the heck's going on there? Why am I hearing no? Card, should we travel overseas next year? Oh, who's having a baby? There's something happening. Plans will change, so be very careful, Star Love. Okay? Be aware. Now, your card is the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. A lot of swords coming out today with the pentacles. Okay? So please be aware of any unexpected news coming. Okay? If you do book a trip, see if they've got a cancellation policy. Okay? Yeah. All right. Guided by my peeps. New subscriber. Hello. I love getting new subscribers. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much for being here. So, as I pull a card for you today, please go and have a look at my channel. Look at my playlist. I've got heaps of videos there where I educate about paranormal, life after death, heaven, angels, ghosts. Okay? You're welcome to go and watch any of my videos. Okay? All my videos are free. I don't charge for what I do. I only ask for contributions. Okay? I don't do member-only videos and I don't do subscriber feeds, etc. that you pay for. Members-only videos. Okay? I don't do super chats either because I want people to have the best free experience that they possibly can. So you're welcome to Guided by My Peeps. Your card today is the Knight of Cups. I like the Knights. They're good. Okay, please go research what this one means for you. Okay, Knight of Cups. There you go, Guided by My Peeps. Alrighty, so Star Love says thank you and blessings. So that's it for me today. I'm up to date with, let me just check. Yep, I'm up to date with all my comments. So guys, I'll be here, same bat time, same bat channel next weekend. If you do want a private reading from me, please go to the links below in the description. I do not charge for my readings. I only ask for a contribution. The more you contribute to me, the longer I can invest in you. So I do have spots available this week. I can just send you a Zoom link once you make a contribution. And then I'm taking a few days off the following week, but I'll still have spots available. and then we're good to go again. Pardon me. So, yeah, I've got heaps of spots still free even this week. I've still got spots available. So, on that note, guys, that is me. Marissa Dummel says, have a good week, everybody. Nanu time. Stay true to who you are. Don't worry about what other people think about us, okay? We must keep our energy in track, knowing that our emotions are energy. And the more we invest emotions into other people who we don't even know, we are creating strength for them. So put your energy or your emotions into what you are trying to accomplish. Create, and most of all, bring love to the awareness of the world. So on that note, guys, I am gone. Oh, Ishika, thank God I just saw your comment. I nearly pressed the end stream button. Hey, Linda, anything on my lower back pain? By when do you see it recovering? Well, let me just pull you a card, Ishika. If you like, my email is below. Send me an email and attach a current photo of your back. So get someone to take a photo of your back so I can see it, because I am a medical intuitive. I've had a lot of accuracy with injuries. Okay. So if you like, you're welcome to send me a photo and I can look at it and then I can reply with what I see for you. But today I'm just doing free tarots. There's your card. It just popped out. You got the Four of Swords, Ishika. Look at him. He's lying down too. Isn't that funny? Maybe you got to start. When you lie down, I am hearing, put your legs up. So lie on the floor with your knees up over a chair. I don't know if they've told you to do that. Okay. Yeah, that, or put some pillows under your knees at night time. Okay, we'll do that, she says. Yep, so there's your Four of Swords. But you're welcome to send me an email with a current photo of your back so I can see your back, because then I can go in and I can look at all your vertebrae, see if you've got pulled muscles or whatever. I've had a lot of accuracy looking at people's injuries, okay? Yeah, maybe I should do a video just about how I see people's injuries. That could be what I do this week. Okay, well, on that note, guys, I am going to press the end stream button. I love you all. Stay strong, stay true, and most of all, stay in love. Talk to you soon. Nanu. See you next week. Bye.